Hello, and welcome to a little itty bitty no reply press unboxing. This thing is like the size of my hand. It's nice and tiny. More of an unenveloping. I believe this is Story of an Hour by Kate Chopin, but I didn't really get a specific shipping notice, so I suppose it might not be. I have two things coming from Weird House Press. I just did a Weird House Press unboxing, so the Weird House is on mind. I do have two things on order from No Reply Press. And, well, this is the older of the two. The other one was just announced, so I don't think it's the other one. And I could tell from the paper paste boards here that this is Story of an Hour. So very nice. I suppose I probably shouldn't be showing you this top piece because it hasn't officially been, I guess, announced yet. Where it says here, Story of an Hour, limited to 150 copies. When you ordered it, it was saying you also get a nice little notice of an upcoming title, which is a nice little pre-order bonus. So the pre-order it's telling you about is Words/Palabras by Dana Gowai. I might pronounce it horribly wrong. So, I mean, technically I shouldn't be showing you this. However, I just checked and Words is completely sold out. So this isn't really an advance notice. This is a late notice. Griffin Gonzalez actually went. And what's really cool is this is a advance notice. This is printed letterpress as well. So even the little notes you get are letterpress. Griffin Gonzalez sent out an email to those who purchased Story of an Hour, giving the advance email notice of Words, which is limited to 40 copies. That's the other one I did order. And it's sold out already, so I don't have any qualms showing you that. A Story of an Hour is a short story that was like a blast from the past for me, and not because it was published. It was originally published in 1894. I mean, that is quite a blast of the past. But also, why do we have? He didn't split up the paragraphs. He just put the little paragraph symbol. Interesting. Very interesting. Perhaps to save page space. But anyways, Story of an Hour is a short story that I didn't realize I had read or didn't remember reading until I was reading the synopsis of this. And I was like, oh man, I have read this short story before. It is The Story of an Hour. Mrs. Mallard found out, a woman with a poor heart finds out that her husband has passed. And like I said, just a refresher, this is 1894. This is 130 years ago. She found out that her husband has passed away. Very sad start to the story. And originally, I love the, can you see the watermark right there? That is so cool. Anyways, she's overcome with grief. And, well, over the course of that hour, the titular hour, she comes to realize that once she gets past that grief, once she works her way up to acceptance, and she realizes that she's, to quote the short story, free. She is suddenly free from her marriage to her deceased husband. She's suddenly free to live her life as she pleases. And she's suddenly overcome with joy at the possibilities, which this feminist short story is like, it's almost like, it's pre-feminist. I mean, obviously feminism is timeless, but I mean, we're talking like the feminist movement here in the United States. Women didn't even have the right to vote at that point. You didn't have man, this is way ahead of its time. Very controversial within the scope that it was published. Well, anyways, I don't want to tell you what happens in the short story. You should go out and read it. Being 130 years old this year, you can probably find it online for free. I'll put a link in the description below if I'll search for a copy. Here are the details right here. The chapbook was made by Griffin Gonzalez from No Reply Press and Claire MacArthur, who is presumably either another employee in No Reply Press or more than likely an apprentice in No Reply Press, because I believe Griffin kind of brings on apprenticeships that work for him for a little while. It was printed by hand on the Hahnemühle Biblio, which I could be pronouncing that horribly wrong, but that is what it says there. It's Hahnemühle in the watermark. Very nice. Printed in January 2024. I received this in February 2024, which, is to be expected. Wrappers are hand-painted for this edition. Very similar in a way to the 1984 wrappers from Suntop's edition. This is going to be the start of, I don't know how many, but a bunch of unnumbered chapbooks that Griffin is going to be doing through No Reply Press. He even talks about it here. This is the first chapbook and what will become an ongoing series. So this has already sold out. If you are wanting to pick up a copy of The Story of an Hour, you'll have to go to the secondary market or reach out to Griffin and No Reply Press. Sometimes he might have some extras. Maybe he will, all these little gems will be canvas for experimentation and eclectic literature. He might have some extra copies that are not on the sale, on the site, who knows. He did also mention you get the first notification for the joint publication with Chestnut Press by Words/Palabras. That is also sold out. 40 copies there, signed by Dana Giala. Completely sold out. Anyways, but if you like letterpressed goodies, then No Reply Press is one of the ones you need to check out. No Reply Press, Thorn Willow. What was the other one I just bought from? Pagana Press, another big one. And then, of course, Suntop does some letterpress stuff as well every now and then. But I would say Suntop is a fine press that occasionally does letterpress, whereas No Reply Press specializes in it. Or if you want to just live vicariously through me, please subscribe to the channel. I will continue to do these unboxings as I get them, whether it be the one-off publications such as these or the quarterly broadsides that No Reply Press does, or the monthly publications, the Thorn Willow Dispatch. Lots to check out, as well as a weekly book review that I do on Tuesdays. So plenty of stuff for you to watch. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you around next time.